For the first time in 63 years, actors are preparing to join screenwriters on the picket line. Major studios have until midnight to reach a deal with the Screen Actors Guild when the union's contract is set to expire. The ongoing writers' strike has halted production on 80% of films and TV shows for more than 2 months. But a joint strike with the Actors Union would completely paralyze the silver screen. Joining us now for more is Cynthia Littleton, co-editor-in-chief of Variety. Cynthia, great to have you with us. I'm trying to understand what the biggest sticking points are, because one seems to be much more quantifiable, and that is the 14% increase that's being requested to union minimums. But the other one is sort of this unknown, and that is whether or not union contracts extend into the streaming world. Which is the bigger deal, you think?
It definitely, the unknowns are what are fueling the strife in Hollywood that has just been incredible the last 2 months, and looks to, by all signs it looks like the SAG-AFTRA, the Performers Union, will join the Writers Guild on strike. And you're absolutely right. Some of this comes down to simple financial dollars and cents and contract demands. And a lot of it is also about very ephemeral things that are nonetheless extremely, extremely urgent to actors, just as they are for writers with generative AI. It's the phrase that everybody is talking about. And in a copyright-based industry where people make their living on their copyrighted works and their images, there is a lot of very real concern about AI and not a lot of consensus or understanding on how to draw parameters or any kind of, adjudication of how a major studio or a company would use AI. This is one of the very most difficult parts of this negotiation, is because nobody can at this stage define it and even quite agree where the parameters need to be placed. So you have old-fashioned dollars and cents issues, and you have very forward-looking future issues. And in the context of a pressure-filled negotiation with the clock ticking, it is just no conditions to work out those kind of complex issues. And that's why I think we're seeing what we're seeing in the entertainment industry right now.
Cynthia, we went from the best of times to the worst of times in the blink of an eye. I mean, we went from, I thought, what a great business to be in with streaming. Just money everywhere for everybody, for writers, producers, actors, content. We're all craving content. What the hell? How did that happen? And then I wish everyone could make as much money as they possibly can, but look at some of the financial constraints people like Zaslav or Warner Brothers or any of these companies are under at this point. So it all happened. It's a perfect storm of not being a writer or an actor's market right now. It flipped. It flipped. Suddenly there's cost pressures everywhere. Do they understand that, or do they just say, look, these CEOs make all this money. I don't care if they got a lot of debt with their company. We want ours, and we're going to get it.
That has been what you just articulated, has definitely been the feeling, in the sense of that I think there's a basic understanding that Hollywood is changing, because a lot of the changes, especially in television, there's been a lot going on in the film business, but television, if you just think about the way we consume television, has changed so much. Behind the scenes, it has created enormous pressures on working Hollywood. That for sure was not appreciated by me, by people that cover the entertainment industry. The unintended consequences of the gigantic ramp up in content production that the industry has seen in 10 years, it has had so many unintended consequences. You're right. For a while, the money gusher, one executive called it getting shot in the face by money cannons every day, dealing with the effects of streaming. There's a party's over aspect right now. And you've got the companies preaching austerity and saying we have to get out of these trenches that we've built. The industry on some level is still, digging its way out of the pandemic and the challenges there. And it's a classic case where the two sides across the table, the gulf is so wide on just the perception of what the parameters of the market will be.